Okay, Peter.
Rolling.
Okay?
Rolling.
Some people would have assumed that the Star Wars toys was a faddish thing like the hula hoop or so forth that would be here today and gone tomorrow. That hasn't been the case.
No, not at all. Star Wars, in fact, has become almost a staple category. And as long as they continue to make the movies over the next 20 to 25 years, we envision it being a staple category.
And space itself has become a big toy category.
Space has become a very big toy category. Took over for what at one time was cowboys and Indians and one time was military, has now become space.
How about the quality of the products that you're selling, as judged by returns and customer satisfaction?
Surprisingly, in a category that became this volatile so quickly, the product has been extremely good. Our returns have been minimal, and I think this is attributed to the manufacturers taking the time before they put the product out to make sure that there was some quality control in it.
Do you have any idea what the buying patterns are for these things? Or you start with one piece and they constantly build up the set, or?
Well, I think the buying patterns really coincide with the release of the movies. Once the movies are released, there's a tremendous impact, and of course just about any product that has Star Wars is gobbled off the shelf. The longer the movie runs, then of course you hit some flat spots, and people are more particular about the product. I think you're going to find that with the release of the Empire, that the children are going to come out, and the teenagers, if you will, are going to be looking for product tied in directly to The Empire Strikes Back. But eventually that will flatten out, and then we'll wait for the next sequel.
From your point of view as a retailer selling these things, they did a pretty good job of the whole concept of the toy and the tie-in and so forth.
I think they did a sensational job. Not just the quality, but if you look at the detail in the product, and the fact that they were able to build a lot of character, not only in the actual characters in the movie, but in the toy themselves. If you look at some of the items, you'll see what I'm talking about.
So that Lucas was in effect a genius as far as toy characters.
Well, I wouldn't be the first person to say that Lucas was a genius, but yes, he was a genius in the design of this particular, the sequence and the product itself. Of course, was a byproduct of his movie, but I don't think he envisioned it being so large in the toy industry. I think this was a surprising byproduct, and I'm sure he's very happy with it.
Since he has the rights to it.
Yes, since he has, and we're very happy with it too.
Again, can you tell me the pattern of sales? When the movie first came out, was it 78?
I believe it was 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. I think they've tied this into 3-year sequels. It may have been 70. I thought it was 77.
Okay, but the first year when the movie was out, big sales, but then it didn't really, there wasn't a peak and a tapering off. It kind of stayed up there.
Well, at that particular point, there was a limited amount of product available. They were not trying to rush everything onto the market, and there was a tremendous rush for the figures. As the following year, as more product became available, there was still, at that time, they were still having lines getting the movie 6 months after it opened. There was still a tremendous rush for product. It took about a year and a half for it to flatten out, and then they re-released the movie after they pulled it. These people are very bright, and when they re-released the movie, we saw another surge in product. They developed more product from the movie. Finally, last year, the entire category flattened out, and I did not go bad on it. It just, we hit flat spots in the sales. Now we're seeing a general increase, and of course, there's a lot more product coming up that'll be on the shelves in the next few weeks and a few months.
All right. It seems at first with the movie coming out, the first thing that's on the shelf are the small new characters, the ones right behind us over here.
Right.
The bigger items, they're not going to be coming out really or pushed until later for the Christmas season.
Well, that would be the natural tendency. The figures are the easiest to produce. They mass produce them. It's a relatively inexpensive item that if your son or daughter is a Star Wars fan, the first thing they're going to ask for are the figures. And it's a lot easier to go down and spend a couple dollars on a figure than it is to go spend, let's say, $10, $15, or $20 on a play set. That's something that you would probably want to buy for either birthday or Christmas. And my understanding is the manufacturer is in production now. There will be limited quantities as they're produced available throughout the summer and fall, but you'll find the majority of the product will start hitting the shelves this fall for the Christmas rush.
Can you give us an overall idea of how you see the Star Wars product line compared to the other toys, from the Barbie doll to bicycles, where it fits?
Well, it's a like I said, it's replaced the category of it's an action toy. It's a unisex toy, if you will, a category, and it's a staple as a category. There's no individual item that would be a staple, so to speak, because you're going to find that with the changing of the sequence of the movies, there's going to be new characters introduced, and these other characters will eventually die out. So it'll be the Star Wars theme carried through. Whereas Barbie doll is Barbie doll. I mean, when you change Barbie and Barbie gets a little bigger, maybe she gets a better tan, but it's still Barbie doll. I don't think anybody knows exactly what kind of product we're going to be looking at in 6, 7, 8, 10 years in Star Wars, but there certainly will be new characters at that time.
And you imagine there'll still be Star Wars on the shelf if he keeps putting out those movies?
I'm sure there'll be Star Wars merchandise around for at least another 25 or 30 years.
Okay. So, I was surprised. Before after this
The third one down is upside down. Third one down.
It gets more and more. It should be 8 or you can get on the 11 o'clock.
We don't get home in time to 6 o'clock.
Pull it out to the front of the shelf, Maurice.
Okay.
I want to see the dog. Yeah, I know, my parents.
Half an hour. What part are you guys shooting? Just the hand or the whole thing?
Everything. The whole thing. Yes, what's that?
That's when you're going to use it.
I know, it's cool.
So a live remote.
We're going to do the live remote.
Here?
No.
We just condensed that down there. What? What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Okay. And we first, as we just were discussing a second, have you guys seen the commercials for the new Star Wars stuff?
Yes.
You think that's going to be on your Christmas list?
Yeah. Yeah.
What have you got? You got some toys already? Star Wars toys already?
Yes. We have the land speeder. We have some of the men.
You have Princess Leia?
Yeah.
You do? What do you got?
Darth Vader.
Okay, what do you think you're gonna go see the new movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if they're real long lines?
Yeah. Even if they're real long lines.
You gonna make Mom and Dad go too?
Yes.
And then for Christmas, what do you think you want to get out of for Christmas? Do you have any ideas yet?
No, not really.
See the movie first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I ask Mom a question here? The Star Wars toys, unsolicited opinion here on, do they play with them or they fad?
Yeah, they do. They use them, the people. They make up their own sets with them. We don't have any of the big units, that come. But they play with the people a lot. They make their own sets with the coffee table, with the couch, they hide them and stuff like that.
It wasn't one of those toys where it's fun for about 15 minutes and then into the toy box and that's it.
Well, I tell you, I don't buy the big pieces with all the little pieces with it because I found that the people and stuff like that, they use more.
Mm-hmm.
Not the big thing.
Good quality stuff?
Some of it breaks a lot, the plastic, that's why we go for the little ones,
Durable and
durable more.
more play value. Okay, happy Empire Strikes Back to y'all.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Channel 1, please, drive.
Attention shoppers, for your shopping
Do it like you had the licensing rights. You know this American, he had already had the project in the works. Rights and stuff, and they sequel rights. So his investment paid off.
That's already trying to get carry fishing like 1%.
Oh yeah, we can do it.
Everybody does it. Nothing to do like that. You find something like that. And you put the money right back into the next one. And this one he hopes to clear it. It is. It is racist.
We've had, and I'm sure you've gone through a lot of fad toys. Now, do these things, are they durable as playthings, both in interest and design, etc.?
I have found them to be quite durable. Most of the small figures have lasted, from a year ago Christmas, and then we filled in again this Christmas. John has the Battle Cruiser, and he has the 2XL computer. I don't know, he can probably tell you, with 3 kids, he can probably tell you more about what he has. We were just coming down the aisle because John had some birthday presents and to buy, so we were just going to hit the Star Wars.
Always a good place to go for a good small present or whatever.
Yeah, that's right, very good place.
But their interest, maintain the interest in the characters.
Oh, absolutely. He still, we keep them in separate boxes, so he still drags them out and sets his battle cruiser up and has all his little figures. As I say, they have withstood 4, 5, and 6-year-old boys. So.
Well, let me ask you, sir. Let's get your opinion of these toys and also the movie. You saw Star Wars, I guess.
I didn't see much of it, but I saw half of it at my friend's house. He has a tape of it, and they switched it to another part of it, so I didn't get to see all of it.
How about the toys? You still like playing with the toys? What do you do with them?
I really take care of them.
That's good. That's good. That's a good way to get some more too. But do you like make scenes up from the movie or something like that, or make up your own stories, or
I
what?
make up my own stories.
And then use the figures, move them around.
Mhm.
Have you seen any commercials for the new stuff that's coming out, the new Star Wars stuff?
I saw a couple of things.
What do you think?
I think they're good.
I think it might make it on your Christmas request list.
Mhm.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Why don't you look over and see them at the thing? I can't believe it's in his sister's raincoat, right? Everything.
If you want to. You don't have to. You can fool with them, you won't get in trouble.
Sorry.
There's always a Droid Factory and the Hot Ice Station that's coming out. I mean, it's just great. I mean, all the good stuff hasn't come out yet. Thanks again.
Bill Carolyn, please.
Norwich service area, please. Norwich service area.
You must have seen the shots. It's more or less looks static. It doesn't move that much. It's not like these things are always.
You saw it. Tough guy. Jump on with that.
Yeah, these characters.
Well, for my son. What's I like?
They don't have any figures to go in. Yeah, but they have some things that could fit and
Hey, what? You got to put something back.
I wanted to go on.
I noticed you browsing through the Star Wars figures, checking out the new ones. Is this for yourself?
No, it's for my 8-year-old son.
He likes the stuff?
He loves it. He's very eager to see the Empire Strikes Back, which I know starts today.
Can he get you to wait in line to take him to see it?
Sure, I want to see it myself.
How about the toys at home? Does he play with them? Is it a faddish thing, or does it have a continuing play value, as they say?
Well, it's a faddish thing because he has them and his friends all have them and so on, but he's had several of the toys for quite some time now, like the space station, the Death Star station.
Mm-hmm.
He's had that for a year and he still plays with it, so there's ongoing value in them.
And you figure it's going to be a big splurge this year with the new movie?
I'm afraid it will be.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Are you too old for this Star Wars stuff?
Well, I don't buy it for myself, no.
Okay. Your friends don't...
I've got a little brother who loves them.
Mm-hmm.
And he uses them all the time.
How about
We
the
have
movie?
it home. And he'll pull the arms off and throw them around the house.
Wait a minute, let me start that again. You're a little too old for this stuff, right?
Right,
But you got a little brother who likes this stuff.
right.
What does he do with them?
Well, he invites his friends over, and they play around with them.
Is he good with them, or do they abuse his toy, or what?
Well, whatever little kid does, they throw around the house, and they sometimes play with seriously.
Mm-hmm. Well, how about the older kids your age? I mean, nobody's collecting them like, as a
No.
fad or anything?
No, no one. They used in the beginning
Mm-hmm.
when they first came out. Now it's just getting old.
How about with the new movie? You think that'll change anybody's opinion?
Well, if they bring out new stuff, I probably yes.
Even with kids your age, they might get it.
It might.
Might.
It might.
Okay. Thank you.
I don't think they have any luck with open pieces.
An easy job hard. You getting in on sound? That's what I think of this job.
Let's see you do that at Christmas. Let's see you do that at Christmas time.
Warm the bag right in the bag for inflatable pizza.
Hey, hustle me. I get things. That's really the one, you know? That's really the one. Everything else is cheap.
Want to see it shower? Let's see. I can that's grown man.
That's only 25 pounds dead fishing line up there.
What's doing that?
I don't think so. Being in the old. Yeah, I don't know.
I wish I had a camera.
Don't you better wait. Kenner makes all of the Star Wars toys like these. 40 million units sold in 1978, no slack in 79, another 40 million units, and who knows what this year is going to bring. It's enough to make your head spin, right, R2-D2? Star Wars has been very good to Kenner, which makes most of the toys and the play sets. They sold 40 million units in 1978, another 40 million in 1979, and with the new movie they should sell even more this year. It's enough to make your head spin. Right, R2-D2? Star Wars has been very good to Kenner, which makes most of the toys and the figures. 40 million units sold in 78, the same number in 79, and with the new movie coming out, this year should be even better. It's enough to make your head spin. This is Peter Bannon. I'll have the story of the continuing business impact of the Star Wars industry. It's a big business. This is Peter Bannon. We're going to look at the big business side of Star Wars, both in the theater and here on the toy counter. And it is a very big business. Sound like a commercial. So let's get some unsolicited opinions about the value of these Star Wars toys.
Rolling.
On the light. You're right. What?
Come out.